Dime, Bori.
Alright, ready? Mic,
¿Cómo
mic
está?
check, 1, 2, 3, and we are rolling.
Dime.
Ooh,
What's up?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Can't Afford a Therapist podcast. Today I
Can't
am
afford it.
joined by, I guess, would be considered over a decade-long friendship, one of my very best friends, Chris Banner.
What's
Hello.
going on, everybody? Hello.
And
AJ, thank you for having
it's
me.
a little bit of a different setup than what you guys are used
Great
to.
ambiance.
Very good ambiance. You can see the hands rolling a joint in the corner. We're just having a good time here. Shout out to Nick. That's Nick. Say hello,
poppin'?
Nick.
What's
Yep.
poppin', Nick?
And we are in Banner's Garage. This is a place where I essentially grew up.
Yeah,
A
a lot of good memories in here.
lot of underage drinking,
Great
good amount of
times.
smoking weed, and we're smoking weed currently.
Who smokes the blunts? We smoke the blunts.
a lot of Jay and Silent Bob references were made here and will be made on this show.
A lot of references.
But yeah, we're just here to talk today to Chris and everything he's been going through and life in general.
Yeah, because I can't afford a therapist.
So that I haven't done this show in about 2 months, and I've been wildly depressed, and I am bringing the show back to put my problems onto other people.
Yeah, do
like
it.
the goddamn name of this show. Like we started the show for this exact reason, was to just,
Talk about life.
what about
man.
my problems? No,
Talk about
fuck
your
your
problems.
problems.
Yeah,
My
fuck
problems
my
are more
problems.
important.
Your problems are more important. Everybody's problems are more important.
But other than that, like, tell us a little about yourself, Chris.
I'm 27 years old. Glendale, Queens. What's up? Born and raised out here. Met AJ years ago.
High
Been-
school, pre-high school.
Yeah, pre-high school, hung out, fucking been friends ever since, and just really been, chilling, relaxing, and living life, and, learning as we're going. That's all we can do, right?
Every single day.
That's the only thing.
I learn every single day.
Dude, it's
usually
it's
a bad
crazy.
thing,
I
too.
actually, you actually learn something every single day, and it's kind of crazy if you think about it.
Not every single day.
If you are in, New York City is a really, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a
Shithole.
that too, but like a interesting place. Like you see different characters all over the city, especially like in my like kind of field. I'm a plumber. I'm a plumber. Let's not throw out the
I want to. Don't say the name of the company.
yeah, no,
Dox yourself.
yeah, no. But yeah, no, just you see a bunch of characters. Honestly, been crazy the last couple weeks actually in New York.
It's been. I think since the shooting, it's been a little extra weird.
Also that lady getting killed and like that was.
Yeah, well, that was like a lover's scorn thing. You heard about that?
Dude, that was wild.
So like she was hooking up with the
Yeah, which is
the
crazy.
cleaner, and then he killed her.
He apparently knew that there was
Wild.
a key. Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah,
And the son was on the 3rd floor. Wild, bro. Crazy.
people are crazy. That's why I don't. That's why I don't fucking interact.
Love
with people.
everybody. It's hard
No.
to.
You can love people, but just leave people alone. Don't interact.
Yeah.
I don't interact with nobody.
No one enough is
These
enough.
are my only friends. And it's fine.
Yeah, I'm really comfortable with that.
I've known them long enough. They can't get rid of me at this point. That's why I'm still here.
I wouldn't get rid of you.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
stuck with me.
Yeah.
No, but I have been seeing the New York character come out because it is spring now.
Yeah.
It is starting to get nice. I'm short sleeves. Very
short
nice.
sleeves, short. I got shorts
You got
on.
shorts
It was
on?
70 degrees today. It was wild
Yeah,
nice out.
And I was saying that like the other day as I was driving through with a couple people going to Staten Island. I was like, yo, you can't tell the fucking temperature in New York by just looking at people. Because I saw some lady in a full fur coat, some dude jogging with a tank top and shorts on, just like what?
Dude, we
Is
were
it
driving
snowing? Is it
before. We
hot?
seen a
Like-
guy with like a winter coat on and a sweatshirt. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is?
Yeah, and it's
like, what drugs are you
and it's
on?
nice
Like,
out,
I
and
don't. No,
it's-
nobody needs to be on that.
But I think that's the epitome of Queens. As I think without Queens,
Queens, if you really think about it, Queens is one of the most, and I can't say the most, one of the most
Yeah.
like diverse communities in like all.
it is
entire
the
world.
most diverse community in the entire world. It's
You
154
have all
languages
different
spoke-
like kind of
spoken
people
here.
in like all different parts of like Queens, like crazy shit. Like you get
154
the Irish
languages.
and like Astoria and like the Italians all over.
The Greeks are in Astoria.
Greeks are in Astoria too, but like a lot of different kind of people all over the place.
Yeah.
But
And I think
crazy.
that like really created who we are.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all very different people, and like we all have very different interests and shit. But like, the end of the day, we all understand each other because, like, all shared experiences through Queens, and then like we could see also like how
how the world's going.
Well, not even how the world's going. It's just like we're close quarters with other types of people, like other races, everyone. So your understanding of like other people's problems and like other people's like issues, you have to be willfully ignorant to ignore that, you know. And it's a very cool place, and I do think why I'm using an Action Bronson song to open up this episode, because it is a Queens episode. Like Queens, I do want to talk about Queens. Yeah, Queens gets the money. That was the name of the last episode when I interviewed a Queens
The Mets
musician.
are on fire.
Exactly.
The Mets are on fire.
Can we talk about that? Because I don't know jack shit about baseball, but like I know the Yankees, who are my team, are fucking ass cheeks right now.
The Yankees are the Yankees. They'll turn it around. They always do.
No, they won't. They'll lose the one game playoff.
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
I'm a Mets fan, and we got to really be honest here. Like, the Mets always do great at the beginning of the season, and like everybody says, the All-Star break they fail. But this time around, like I don't know, man. It feels so different. It doesn't feel like the old Mets. It's like, the beginning of the season and it's done. Like, you know, like the pitching's there. Like, it's crazy, bro.
Have you seen the viral video that's been going around right now?
Which one?
It's like some dudes at Citi Field asking Mets fans. He's like, "What's the best part about being a Mets fan?" And the guy was like, "Oh, it's the character development." He's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Every single year they get their asses kicked, and every single year I think they're gonna do great." And it just puts you.
And then they just shit the bed. Sometimes they just shit the bed. But I was the old regime. This new guy, man, he
Steve Cohen.
Steve Cohen's crazy, bro.
Let me tell you a little something about Steve Cohen.
He's
okay,
a billionaire, capital B.
He's not allowed to use other people's money to invest.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he went to, I don't know if he went to jail, but he got in a lot of trouble with the securities trade. So I read a book about him in C-SPAN.
Okay.
When I was working at C-SPAN. And I found the best fucking videos, because it was just a bunch of billionaires getting arrested, and I found all their perp walks on YouTube. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
but,
give me that
Steve
information.
Cohen got in trouble for like his hedge fund, billions of dollars. So he's not allowed to use other people's money because of like a securities things that he like fraud that he did. Yeah. I don't know the exact story. It's been years. So he's gonna use his own personal money, but he's got $10 billion. So it's not like it's a fucking big deal. Like, he's got a unlimited amount of money. He bought the Mets.
He bought the Mets and literally got the money that he paid for the Mets back in like less than a year.
So a fun thing about him is I found and like gave my boss a photo of this statue that he bought, Steve Cohen. Yeah. $154 million. It was the ugliest fucking statue I've ever seen in my life. Okay. Bro, it's like a stick
That
figure.
statue could be ugly, but that Seaver statue is beautiful.
Doesn't matter, right?
That Seaver statue is beautiful.
You know, allegedly, possibly. I'm not trying to say anything out of like line here and get in trouble. But like, art's a money laundering thing. Like, and he clearly spent $154 million on something that's like bullshit. You know?
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Yeah, that guy that bought the Tom Brady ball.
He got his money back.
Yeah, but like now, like he's on public record, like, oh, I bought that, and like.
But I think that's like.
That's on him.
No, I think that's like.
Why
a
would people
cool
buy
thing,
something
though,
like that?
Because you bought Tom Brady's last ball.
Michael Jordan wouldn't sell something like his last sneakers.
You can literally
that he wore.
sell it as the quote unquote last ball because he did retire. That does boost it up a little bit. It does have a little piece of memory in it. But
so much money in sports, man. So much money in sports, crazy.
Yeah, and that's why.
I
don't even want to get involved.
Really be honest.
This is not a politics episode. We have politics episodes, but
this isn't politics.
We're gonna touch a little bit. So there's so much money in sports, as you say, right? As a non-politics person, you know how much the new Buffalo Bills stadium cost?
It wasn't like $2 billion.
Yes, you know how like 1.8 billion
taxpayer money.
$800 million of taxpayer money going into the Buffalo Bills stadium, and the Buffalo Bills ownership fucked up. Took too long and got a fucking generic stadium and like something. There's like an actual problem with like the design and layout of the stadium because of the laziness of the owners of the Bills.
Yeah, well, yeah, they didn't want to pay.
No, this is like other issues besides
years ago, and they just got into this. What happened? Oh, okay.
I want to up your volume just a little bit.
A little bit. All right, cool.
Yeah, we're doing live producing, and like we're in a garage. I don't even have headphones. I don't know
Shout
what this
out to Nan.
Like. It could be fucked up. Shout out to Nan. Nan is his grandmother.
Yeah, Nan's my grandma.
So that's actually a great transition. Really great transition.
I know.
So, without getting too like personal, or as personal as you want to get, this is obviously your episode. You were raised by your grandmother, correct?
My grandma raised me from said little baby until I basically turned 18 years old. I mean, I still kind of.
She still raises you.
Yeah, well,
you're her baby boy.
I don't get raised. I'm paying my own way and shit. You know, getting my money together.
Which is respectable.
You know, so she you know,
Which,
she brought me up. Yeah, shout out to my job, helped me out. You know, COVID fucked everything up. We all got back out here. We out here.
I have a question about your job.
Shoot.
Actually, before we get into like the more serious matters.
Yeah.
This is a very stupid question.
No stupid question.
No, this is a stupid question.
There's no question that's a stupid question.
So you're a plumber, right? So that means you go and plumb?
Not that was the corniest joke.
That's not a joke. It's plumb. Plumb is a verb, I guess, right? I've never heard of it.
You're not plumb. I'm not going to get plums out of people's toilets.
An adjective is a describing word, though. But he's plumbing, so that's the verb, I guess.
Oh, I'm plumbing, all right.
we're too stupid and high to have this conversation.
That's the verb of the title.
That's the verb of the title. Okay, we're gonna skip this conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were raised by your grandmother.
Yeah. Yeah. My mom was there.
Single mother, right?
Single mom.
She had to do her thing, which that's what I mean. That
Everybody
happens
has
in
to do their
families.
things. Yeah, man.
Everybody has got to help out. That's what. But in recent news, right? You had decided to go and meet your biological father, who you have not met.
Yeah, so like basically, long story short, like my mom got married. Rest in peace. My step pops. When everything happened with that, you kind of have like a revelation, like you don't want to leave shit left unsaid, and that was just in the back of my mind the whole entire time. So like, I reached out, talked to him, not scheduled, but like planned, like going down. And
so you were aware, right, of this?
Yeah,
who he was.
I knew who he was and everything, but life goes. People have their ups and downs and stuff, and he's on the up, and I'm really happy for him, really proud of him, and we actually have a good relationship.
Okay. Well, that was the thing. I was like, how, like, that's what I wanted to ask. Like, how did you find him? Like, did you, like, do, like, a 23andMe?
No, like, so like, years ago, like, he would just call the house phone, and then eventually I got the cell phone number, and went from there, called him, and, we talk to each other on, like, a weekly basis. I update him about what's going on, and, talk about life for a little bit, and,
Okay.
Ask him the deep questions when you got sometimes.
See, this is, like, this is foreign to me, because I still live with both of my parents, right? So
yeah, it was weird. Like
how weird is that meeting?
Growing up, like not having both parents around, you see everybody with their parents around. It's like a little weird, and like you always have in the back of your head like how come I don't got it that way?
Mm-hmm.
But like you just go with the flow. You learn you
learn life.
Let's
what
really
life's
be honest.
about
Let's
early.
really be honest. Like years, I was kind of messed up in the head about it.
Who wasn't?
But like we all work through it. People have their means of working through shit. I'm a big believer in like you want to talk to somebody, talk to somebody. You want to try to work it out on your own, try to work it out on your own. But if you get to a point that you can't work it out on your own, you should definitely go talk to somebody about it. You know?
If you need
even if
help,
it's
help is not a problem.
Yeah, no, help's not a problem. Help is not a problem at all. I just feel like for certain people it works.
It's literally the entire show.
Yeah, I mean, I feel more comfortable talking to you about shit than a random stranger about what I got going on with my life. You know what I'm saying? So like, I have my inner circle. I've hit you up about stuff. Like vice versa and shit. Like in our friend group, we always have each other to lean on. Brothership, like
always been like that too. Yeah,
it's been great. Like
it's because a lot of us don't have like brothers.
Yeah.
Like I think only one of us has a brother. You have an older brother. Two of us have like brothers. That's it.
People have siblings in the group, but like not brothers and shit. But like I always looked at like my boys as my brothers.
As family,
Always got you guys back no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So like,
and that's how I always thought.
That's how it's always gonna be, in my opinion.
And I always thought that came from your upbringing.
Yeah,
is that like you? Obviously, like had a turbulent family life. You were like, okay, I'm gonna decide who my family is, and you had that opportunity. Like, I'm gonna keep these people around and like hold them dear, which I always loved.
I learned really quickly at a young age that you have friends, and you have people that say that you're your friends, but then there's times that people will look at you in the face and be like, I'm your friend, but then do some shady shit.
Yeah, well, people are like,
but then you learn.
Unfortunately,
so, like, you get your friend group, you know who you talk to, you know who you can't talk to, and you just go from there. That's really about it. But like,
okay.
But life, man.
Yeah, life sucks.
Crazy.
fun.
Like, meeting like my pops for the first time, shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, really, like, on the whole.
Like, explain to me. Like, take me through. Like, where were you feel?
Yo,
Opening the door. Did he pick you up from the airport?
pick
Like,
me
what
up from
happened?
the airport. Oh, we got a
guest.
guest.
Unexpected guest.
Unexpected guest.
Just
Who
keep
is
talking.
it? Yeah. No, don't say who it is. But like.
Yeah, you can't be on here.
Yeah, you can't be on here at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to the whole thing. Like, my dad picked me up from the airport. Like, the whole entire flight there. Like, I'm nervous. Like, the whole time. Like, you never get like that restless leg, and you're just sitting there. You're just like, oh my god.
Do
like,
I ever get the restless
anxiety at
leg?
the whole
I'm
entire
shaking
time.
right now. Just sitting here. Okay. Like,
I'm very nervous.
you're nervous.
Yeah,
And that's
very
not something I
nervous.
know of you to be normally.
Yeah.
You're not an anxious person.
Oh, dude. My whole entire life, you gotta, you don't have someone there to be like they're the protector of the house.
So you got to play that role.
You got to be that person.
So
Oh
we're at a
man,
young age,
we'll get
too.
to that. We'll get to that. But like, back to like him picking me up. Like, I'm on the plane, and like this older couple was there, and they were like, "Oh, like, you okay? Like, you look really nervous." I'm like, if I'm being really honest with you, like, this is the first time I'm meeting my dad. Like, I'm really nervous. Like, and they're like, "Oh, like, that's so awesome!" Like, this, that, and the other. Like, people at my job found out. They were all excited and shit. Like, it was really cool. Looking at him, twin. Like, dude, I got gray hair coming in already. Like, I'm gonna be old looking in a little bit.
Distinguished, okay?
Distinguished.
As someone who's dyed their hair gray.
Salt and pepper's here.
I've had gray hair already. I willingly chose to do that to myself. And it's a distinguished look. You look sexy. So it's fine.
But like, yeah, so I got picked up. He thought that I was somebody else at first. You had to wear a mask at the time.
Yeah.
Had my sunglasses on. And
Oh, so you're incognito?
yeah, I was like, I don't know where the hell I am right now. I'm in the
You're
middle
in
of
Florida. You're in like Florida. You're like,
Yeah.
Relax. It's
Yeah.
not that serious.
It was a little nerve wracking, but dropped my bags, gave him a big hug. It was long overdue.
Okay.
And getting that interaction and hanging out with my dad and shit, and like finding out about my other like side of my family, like
That's wild.
surreal. Like
finding a
meeting
brother.
family and like uncles and my brother.
Brother.
Yeah.
That's what like blows my mind. Is like you had.
I got a sister too. I've got my sister too.
That's.
If she sees
like-
this, I love you. Love my brother
I love
too.
you too. Call me.
Beat your ass.
But no, that's fucked up. Can you touch the computer? Thank you.
Yeah.
But like that's like I said, it's like so foreign to me, and it's like such an interesting concept because, like I said, like you're not someone I know to have anxiety or like the way I treat my anxiety is I'm a fucking freak and I dive headfirst into it. I surround you've known me a long time. Whenever I'm like feeling weird about shit, I'm like, oh, I gotta just drown myself in these problems and like get so overwhelmed that I can't like function, and that's the only way I can get through certain things. It's very weird. It's a very weird kind of thing to do, but like it's I've done it.
I've tend to do the opposite. I've tend to,
which is the normal way to do it.
Look at it and just say, do I have control of it? Can I do anything to change it? If I can, cool. Stress out a little bit about it, but if I can't, then fuck it.
Fuck.
It's all you. Fuck it.
I just go straight to the fuck it part.
Yeah,
I skip everything else.
That's not good.
No, I guess it's not.
That's why we're here.
Well, yeah, well, like it. Since I've talked to therapists before, and they said sometimes it's like, okay, that's what you do. Like that's how you handle it. Like that's just
your coping.
That's just you. Nah, I'm a fucking freak, bro. Like
I said freak. That should be the opening intro.
a super freak or.
Not.
I went through, dude. This is such a tangent,
freak out.
but I went through so many different songs today going to work. Just like listening, I was like, nah, I want it to be like this song. No, I want to have something like this. No, I want to. And I was like, fuck it.
I didn't think it was gonna go. I didn't think it was gonna go through today.
I told you he's coming straight after work.
No, I
I had brought all my gear to work and everything.
I'm excited. But hold on.
Oh, yeah, this is like a long time
on the
coming.
whole. Yeah. Time out on this whole thing.
So
I'm really, really fucking proud of you doing this whole shit.
Thank you.
Really, like, you literally grabbed it by the balls and like, I'm going all
this
in.
is what like I was just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something that you had to.
You gotta get
like,
into, like, find your outlets.
I'm not getting jobs. Like, that's why I needed to start this. So it's like to prove to people that I can actually do it at a professional level, at a high scale, and keep pumping it out.
I believe you can.
Oh, I got a job now doing it. So like, it helped. But like, like it's like stepping stones and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's
you know how it goes.
This is something that I want to keep doing. I guess I take my time off of it, which is not great, right? I need to be more consistent. That's how you have to do it. But
consistency is key.
That's the thing I've been learning with all these people that I work with, who have high level podcasts. They're like, nah, you need to do it every week. I'm like, it's me.
I don't know how people do it every day
because they have teams.
Well, yeah, obviously, but like they have
or they have like other people doing the podcast with them, and like one guy does the editing, one guy does the writing, one guy does this. Like I was a guest on the Alt Left. Shout out to the Alt Left. They have three guys on that show.
Haven't seen it. I should look into it.
It's a podcast. It's a political podcast. It might not be.
Right.
It's not, it might not be your thing.
I'm sorry.
No, but
Still
they're
love you guys.
I went in. That's a great show.
Shout out to them.
I went and talked to them about being like a leftist in comedy.
Hold on.
And you can put your shit down. I can ramble for a few minutes. Yeah, take your time. So I was like talking about being a leftist in comedy and how like the Dave Chappelle shit. Like we're just talking about that, and I was saying like Dave Chappelle, like I consider to be one of the best comics. His like the recent special that got him in trouble like was lazy. Like,
but that's just him saying, literally him just saying fuck it.
That.
Like we said before, like he literally was like, okay, you're gonna give me a problem about this. Well, fuck it, I'm gonna just do it anyway.
Again, sure, but like
you can't just do that sometimes.
You can, but it could be. You have to be funny.
Yeah, he was really funny.
But it
offended a lot of people.
But that's the thing, right? You can make these jokes, right? You can make racial jokes and trans jokes and stuff. As like long as it's funny. Like being Team Turf, like that's just a lazy joke, right? Michael Shea came out with a special like 2 or 3 weeks after the Dave Chappelle special. He wrote it. But Shea writes a trans joke and it's fucking hilarious, but it doesn't offend anybody. Well, and it's like crude and it's like mean, still funny, but because it's the way it's like delivered, it's what he says. It's not like the turf shit. Like we're very off the. It's like scratching the bottom of the barrel. Like you're gonna get specific people to laugh because that's their like orientation. That's their like predetermined mindset. But like other than that, like you really gotta like I listen to a show called Come Town. Okay, it's one of the most vulgar shows.
I've seen the highlights.
It's got It's I don't even want to be saying this publicly because it's a fucked up show. But like, guess what? At the end of the day, they're funny. Yeah. Like they make funny premises. Like, yeah, sure, it'll be a little bit like offensive, little
over the edge sometimes, but they're really funny about it though.
Yeah, but like
they're not being serious.
Yeah, and
they're just sitting there and they're joking about it.
Exactly, and you understand that these are jokes. Though,
yeah,
like
they're sitting and making jokes about it. They're not actually coming out here and saying like. I can't even go anywhere with it because I don't want to. They're
not over here yelling about, oh, I'm gonna get canceled because I said this. Or like, I'm not gonna do. No, they're just saying it for fucking shits and giggles because it's funny, right? Like, and that's the kind of like theme I want to keep with this show. But I'm also very nervous about what I say on this, and I've said some controversial things already, and I'm thinking about doing another show for YouTube that's like more along the lines of like politics and stuff. And I was talking to my mom about it, and she was like, "Oh, you're gonna be I was like, "I'm gonna try not to be controversial," and she just started laughing. She goes, "You not controversial? My politics are already controversial, so probably not gonna be too great." But yeah, I don't know how I've done this for. I'm just seeing the flat line of Chris's audio, and mine just all over the place.
Shout out to Mama Piazza.
I'm not
Shout
good
out
at ranting.
To Mama Piazza.
Yeah,
let's get him off this rant.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's get him off this rant. I'm sorry about that,
My first episode
folks.
of the podcast was a rant. It was 8 minutes
just very,
long.
very, very nervous. So
I don't know how people do it for an hour.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. You could talk. You could talk, and that's a great.
I know I can talk.
great
but
feature
like,
of you. You could talk your way out of any situation. I feel.
well, yeah.
You
But-
talked us back into So long story short, we went to an Action Bronson concert. So that's the whole premise of the episode. We went
That's
a
how the
long
show
time
started.
ago. A friend
like
of
that
ours who was
incident.
sick. We had to take him home really
that was
quick. We
traumatic.
came back. AJ talked the security guards into letting us back into the concert, and we literally caught like the last 20 minutes of that.
I
of the
also
concert.
threatened to kill somebody in that same moment. Yeah, so I haven't gotten into too much detail on the show about like Luke and everything, but Luke was sick, had cancer. We were at an Action Bronson show, the last show, quote unquote, last show at Webster Hall.
Still
And this
open.
motherfucker just looks at me and goes, "Where are we?" And I was like, "God damn it, motherfucking Action Bronson's about to come out in 5 minutes. You can't, the kid with brain cancer can't be asking me, where are we?"
Oh,
okay?
yeah,
so
but
I'm like,
I mean, hey.
I snap into action. I grab him by the wrist. I start like running through the crowd.
And he
right?
grabs me and he goes, "We gotta go now." I'm
Gotta
like,
go.
all right.
Oh, after our friend Barris, who was going to be on the show, friend of the show, disappeared because we believe he shit his pants.
Okay, you said it, not me. Yo, he just literally sat there, let out a fart, grabbed both of his hands by his ass, and ran.
That's the funnier story, but I don't think that's what happened. I do think he's got bad knees. Like, Cannonly has bad knees. It's a real thing. But it's just funnier to go with the shit story.
Leave it. It's there. It's there.
It's funnier to go with the shit story. So as we're going through, right, I'm like pushing my way through this crowd, and some kid like steps up on me. I go, "If you get the fuck out of my way, I'm gonna kill you right now."
He
he
said
just
it.
got out the way.
He said it.
And
then-
then you're serious. You're serious.
I mean, Barris is a big dude as well. I mean, I'm 6'2", and
He wasn't
Barris
with
is a big
us.
dude.
It was
but
just me and Banner. And Banner's big, but like not as big as Barris. Barris is
Definitely coulda-
250 pounds.
Barris
Big
is
boy.
a big boy.
Big boy, and he
Big boy.
boxes.
He
Like,
boxes.
not a-
Don't want that right hand.
So like we get through the crowd. I like scream at the bartender, like, "I need water." And they're like, $5. I was like, "Look," and they're like, "Ah," and like they give me the water. I get the biggest security guy I can find. I'm like, "You gotta get me out of here right now." I'm like, "I can't go through the front. I can't go through the crowd. You gotta get me out of here right this fucking moment." And I show him the kid. I was like, "All right, cool, perfect."
we
let's
explained
go."
it all outside.
He like walks us through. I was like, "Can we get back in?" I'm like, "I'm taking him home." And they're all like, "Yeah, find me." I'm like, perfect, cool. We hop in an Uber, drive off to this Uber, go to Brooklyn from Manhattan. I like carry him up the stairs to his like apartment, to his like parents' house. I, like,
Put him in
explain
bed.
the situation. I hand him off to his mother, and I go. I run back down the stairs after offering the Uber driver cash.
To
stay
stay.
there to drive us back to
Yup.
Webster Hall. Right, it was a whole
Yup.
fucking mission. Right, I hop
And we
back
did
in
it.
the thing. We get back to the show before Action Bronson comes out. I
No.
find the
We
head
were there.
security
We were
guard.
there. He was out there for
He was
like maybe
already
about
out
like
there?
10, 15
So we
minutes.
get back. I find the head
We caught like
security
the last
guard.
20 minutes of it. It was dope.
He was like,
Fucking dope.
"I know the story. You guys are good." We go through the fucking
One of the only few concerts I've been to.
things like this. Where how we
Shout
left.
out to Action Bronson, bro.
Yeah, no,
He's the fucking man.
I have another side story about
Yes.
meeting Action Bronson with the same
He's
kid,
the
Luke.
fucking man, bro. Shout out to
I worked
him.
at a building which had his, not his label, not his like, it was like a manager of his or whatever, a handler.
Recording
And I
studio.
knew one of the handlers well. It was around my age. And I told him the story. I was like, "Yo, I'm doing like my own version of Make-A-Wish. I bought 2 tickets already. Like, and I know you. Can we meet him?" And he was like, "Yeah, just give me a call when you get to the thing. I'll bring you up to meet Action Bronson." And this is when Action Bronson was still fat as shit. So like we opened
Yo,
the door.
shout out to him. Yo, he lost mad weight.
He's
Yo,
a WWE fighter now. Look
he
at him.
does the fucking
Why
Iron
I'm
Sheik
lifting
workout,
again.
bro. He does the Iron Sheik workout, bro. He picks up these fucking big ass like rock weights. And,
Yeah.
like they're like baseball bats and they're like huge, and he's just swinging them around. Yo, bro, shout out
Yeah.
to him. He lost mad weight.
He's one of the reasons why I
that's a
started lifting
fucking-
again.
it's your
Yeah,
background.
it's my
It's your
on the
background.
photo. I'll put it on the video. But yeah, this is the day we met him. We
Yo,
opened
shout
the
out to
door.
Action Bronson for
We
him.
opened the door. Motherfucker's standing there, and all 5'6", 300 pounds of his glorious self just slob. Because he's got paint all over his shirt, basketball shorts on, just like, he's like, "Hey, boys." We're like, "Oh, my God, what is going on?" We smoked a blunt with them, everything.
That's fucking.
It was
awesome.
so cool, and it was an old church in Brooklyn, an old Polish church. And I ate pierogies after. It was very nice. High as fuck
Classic.
watching Action Bronson.
Classic.
This is life. I like this.
AJ's favorite word, classic.
Classic.
All the time. Exactly. I've been trying to get him to make that the slogan
of the show. No.
Classic.
It's like everybody uses classic.
Yeah, but like anytime we have a conversation, you're just like classic. And it could be anything random. Like we'll just be talking about some random
you gotta
shit.
hit the classic at a perfect time though. So like, because
the king of the classics.
Depends. I'm not the king of the classics. No. I'm
mean,
pretty
in
sure
our
I
friend
stole
group.
classic from somebody. I'm not creative enough to come up with that. But okay, let's get back on topic.
Okay,
right? I think we're at like what are we at? 32 minutes.
32 minutes.
Perfect. So one more serious question, and then we'll get back onto like the music and shit. So call back to like 10 minutes ago.
Okay, yeah,
when
back
you're
in
like
Florida.
a child. No, fuck that. Now we're done with Florida. Now we're going back to your child.
Oh, childhood.
Yeah,
okay.
because you like already did like the whole meeting of the dad and like the kind of thing. But like when you said like you had to like step up to be man of the house at like 8 years old.
Not like 8, but like I looked
like
at it.
You had that realization at a young age.
I had to be bigger than what I was.
Yeah.
And I grew into it. We can
obviously because you're giant. Well, you're still growing into that head.
Yeah, it's forever there. It matches the body. Let's just say that.
Nah, we love it. But like that feeling, like all right, I gotta step up and being young and like also having to go to school.
Dude, I always thought that sports was gonna be my out.
Didn't we all?
And like,
didn't we all? I'm 5'8".
Really, like I
5'9".
I really wish that I put more of an effort in back then, because you were there.
Yeah.
I used to dick around all the time.
Because I don't think we realized the kind of opportunity that it was at the time.
I mean,
also we went to like a very shitty football school.
The most public Catholic high school of all time. The most public Catholic high school of all time.
They focus more on basketball. The basketball team was a very good team, so they put more of the resources into that.
Look it up from 2009 to 2013. Best New York City basketball teams, and you'll look into it. We're not gonna, no name drops on them. They don't deserve it.
Couple NBA players, that's a pretty cool like school.
An NBA player's son there is currently right now. So if anybody watches sports,
really?
we'll talk about it after.
Yeah. I didn't know that. That's very cool.
Fact drop.
No, because like in DC, like going to this high caliber basketball high school.
Okay.
When I was living in DC, my friends, Shen had like one kid go and play. He's now in the NBA on the Atlanta Falcons. Not the Atlanta Falcons.
Hawks?
The Atlanta Hawks. Sorry, I'm not a basketball guy. Falcons football, yeah.
You're a Giants guy. It's
I'm
right.
a football guy. I don't know anything fucking else. I'm
only knows the Giants,
football.
and that's it.
He's on the Atlanta Hawks.
Can't
Kevin
talk.
Herter. Tall, redheaded kid, right?
We went to King?
No, he went to Shen.
He went to Shen, okay.
Yeah, which is the upstate high school where my friends went.
Okay.
And we were watching like Iona play wherever he went to college.
Shout out Iona.
And one of the kids that we went to high school with was on the Iona team at the time.
Yeah, he was.
And was playing against my friend Kevin Herter's, like my friend's friend Kevin Herter. And we were at the bar, and he was like,
world, man.
Holy fucking shit, this is wild. I go, why is this wild? And he's like, I've never watched a person I know play on TV. I go, you see that guy right there? Yeah, I go into high school with him. He's been playing on TV for years.
Jose Alvarado on the Pelicans. I mean, we weren't there when he was there, but he's in the NBA now.
But, like, we watched people on TV that we know before, like, that kind of shit. Like,
yeah, but
because of where we went to school.
Yeah,
and
my
friend's experience of watching someone he knew on TV was, like, mind-blowing to him. He was like, holy shit, like, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
And then, like, fast forward to now, one of our fucking longtime friends.
Oh, yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations to Emily Angsler,
yes.
hopefully future friend of the show.
Yes.
4th pick in the WNBA draft.
Congratulations.
But this is the kind of, like, being in New York City, that's the kind of fucking talent you're around. Like, upstate New York, you're not around that much talent because there's not that many people. But, like...
Yo, last time, Sue Bird.
That's another... Exactly, like...
That's women's basketball royalty right there.
It's a cool little thing growing up in New York. And I say I hate it, but, like... I do hate it because it's weird and...
New York is...
expensive and dirty for the price.
An acquired taste.
But, yeah, if I
like
go anywhere else, I'm like, isn't it not you? I'm like, I gotta go back.
Back to Florida for a second.
Okay.
Back to Florida for a second. Down there, Everything fucking closes early.
It's all about freedom, baby.
Dude, the pizza down there.
Shit.
Oh my god. It's like
Saltwater
Domino's
taffy.
pizza. Domino's pizza are like, frozen pizza. Really odd. Really odd. I was like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, this ain't no pizza. I'm like, this is like,
So
you wing it.
Barris was telling me about the pizza in Texas.
Tejas.
And I was like, you just haven't had pizza in 6 months. Like decent pizza. That's why you think this one pizzeria is good. And he was like, nah. And he comes back to New York and he's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, this is what normal pizza tastes like.
You don't get good pizza, I feel like, outside of New York.
You can. It's just like it depends. Like
if
you got to think about it. What families made it out of New York? Okay, the real Italians came here in like the 50s when we fucking planted and we didn't leave. Okay, all the assholes that went to like Oklahoma and shit, they don't have good sauce. Okay, that's what makes it.
It's the sauce. It's the texture of the crust. If it's not like.
Yeah,
well, are you a burnt? Are you a burnt? Or are you like
I'm a well done guy.
You're a well done. Okay,
so this caused a fucking argument in college, massive argument.
There's other arguments you guys had about what was the other one? How you rock paper scissors. Let's not get into that.
Rock paper scissors. So real quick, it's rock
it.
paper scissors says shoot, and there's no ifs ands or buts about that. We almost went to war over
Not
this.
rock paper scissors shoot.
It's rock paper scissors says shoot. If you don't say says, you're fucked. You're fucked up.
I mean, but that's giving you an extra second. So like.
But listen, shut up. Don't bring your fucking shit into this either. Yeah, you need that extra.
Okay, all right. So like it's a mutual agreement.
It's like 8 people against 8 people, right? It's the says shoots versus the non-says shoots, and we're just like screaming at each other in a kitchen in my friend's house. And then we ask another guy comes in, like the number 17, to break the tie. We go, how do you play rock paper scissors? This motherfucker looks at me in the face and goes 1, 2, 3, go.
I mean, at least he was indecisive, so like nobody could be right.
We were like, it was like,
and then everybody was just like, ah!
Turning on the Nazis. We're like, get him out of here. But fuck, what was the real argument I was talking about? You got me off my train of thought. The argument in college.
You were arguing about.
I hate you so much.
I love you. I love you.
This is we're not professional enough to be smoking this amount of weed on this show and then keep the conversation going.
Yes, we can. We were talking about Florida and the shit food.
You're the most sober. What were we talking about? Pizza.
Yeah, pizza.
Yes, thank you. No, you don't.
What's the best slice?
Oh, the well done pizza story.
Yeah,
okay.
well done pizza.
Super Bowl. Okay, I'm ordering pizza for the Super Bowl, pizza and wings from like the place that I think has the better pizza of the area. It's known for its dollar slices, but their dollar slice and their regular slices were different, and no one knew that. I knew that because I eat there all the time. It was cheap.
Pizza.
So I ordered like 10 pies, like 100 wings, and I was like, give me the pies well done. One of the kids upstate had never heard that, and he was like, who orders pizza well done? And he was like, is it going to be burnt? I was like, shut up. Like, you don't even know how to eat pizza. I'm like, you fucking people up here. Like,
did you see that video of the dude
Everybody
rolling up
loved
the
it,
pizza?
of course. What?
Did you see the video of the dude rolling up the pizza? He's like,
yeah.
Look, it's more effective.
It's a tactical slice.
Yeah,
he rolled off. He
like
rolled,
a
baby,
fucking,
and didn't lose a slice of cheese off
like
of that.
Like an Entenmann's fucking
That's how I'm going to start eating.
Pillsbury Doughboy fucking biscuit. Like they can have at Thanksgiving dinner.
Gone. Eating in a second.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you click the
computer again?
Yeah. No photos.
I don't know why it does that. Just you can move the mouse pad. Yeah, it's fine. And I think we're at 41. Okay,
What's
so we're
the
gonna
longest podcast you've had?
An hour and 45 minutes, and then I got in trouble.
In trouble with what?
So like I kind of have a mentor in comedy. Shout out Tracy Carnazzo. She's been on the show, friend of the show. She's like giving me a lot of advice about podcasting and stand up. Stand up I don't really do as much, but the podcasting advice I took to heart. She was like, you can't do over an hour. She's like, keep it an hour, keep it this. Like, she gave me a fucking breakdown on how to do like an actual show. She's like, you're not Joe Rogan. You're not gonna do 3-hour podcasts. No one's gonna listen to that. She's like, people are barely listening to his full show. It was like, I swear, it's 3 hours.
She's
No
not
one's
wrong.
got that time. Like, she was like, you shouldn't be doing a 2-hour podcast where you're pretty much like building up your audience, and then whoever you're having is either having an audience or it doesn't have an audience. Like, and that like 1 hour thing really did help because conversations like this shouldn't go over an hour.
No.
You get like a little bit of a taste. You get like you have a little fun. You know, we had our good like laughs and shit. But like therapy's 55 minutes.
Yeah, all right.
You pay $100 for 55 minutes.
I'll slide you an extra 10 for like an extra 5 minutes.
That's what. Yeah. One that's also bullshit. I think it used to be an hour, and then they put it down to 55 minutes. It's still the same price. Probably more expensive. But yeah, that's besides the point. But like that's why I try and keep it like to an hour. It's like I don't know. It's a learning experience, man. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm learning as I'm going.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
And you're doing it.
Yeah, and fuck the standards, dude. It literally says in the bio of the show, you get the episodes when the episodes come out. Like, I try my best, but like I said, it's me. It's all me. I do all the shit. I do the editing.
The moral of this whole thing is like, if you got any loose ends with life, like just
forget about them, ignore them.
No,
let them be a loose end.
That's on that. But like, if you want to have some closure, you go get that closure if you feel the need to get it. If not, then don't. You know.
Oh, I mean, you get closure for certain things. You can get different forms of closure for things.
Yeah, no.
You don't need like, I don't know why you even bring it. Like, what's the point of?
I'm saying like
closure.
Not closure, but like, you know, like back to the whole topic of this whole entire thing, like, you know, meeting my dad for the first time.
Oh, okay.
But like, getting that experience, like if you have an opportunity to get an experience like that, or like an experience like you've always wanted in your life, like go for it.
That's
like,
why I wanted to talk to you, because it's like not a unique, because like other people like
people go
through it, but it's a strong human story.
It brings you
it's like
to
very
be
human,
a lot more mature, I feel.
You as a person, the person that had to go through it, yeah, you had to grow up a lot quicker.
Oh hell yeah!
But like as someone,
I'm proud of
looking
where the fuck
out
I
to
am.
it, like from the outside, like it's a story.
Yeah.
Like you got a story to tell, and like it's humanizes you beyond belief, because you're like, yeah, I went through this, I did this, and like it's hard for people to come
to even
and
accept
talk about that kind of shit.
To even sit there and accept that even happened to them. Some people can't even comprehend it, and they have breakdowns and shit.
Yeah,
like
that alone.
I'm super proud of where I'm at, where I've been.
My God, you're 50 steps away from that,
dude. Like I'm in the best place in my life.
You're speaking
best
about it something publicly,
life.
right? This is going on YouTube.
Yeah,
you're speaking about this publicly, which is. It takes people years to even go to a therapist to speak about their problems to a stranger. Right?
I'm basically speaking into the world right now.
Exactly. And but like also to me too, which is like you're more comfortable talking to a personal friend about your issues, whereas I am not. I would have rather the stranger, right? I loved going to therapy. 55 minutes, I walked in, I download all my issues to this woman, and I fucking leave. I go, see you next week, thanks.
Peace out.
Yeah. Thanks for the wipe my tear and I walk away. So, like, you know, I knew that she wouldn't gonna be like, okay, that he's
she wouldn't comprehend what.
No, that's not comprehension. It's like he's here, he's doing what he needs to do, right? If I like bring the issues here, you're gonna ask. I don't want to fucking deal with that. You know, that's the thing. Is everything okay?
Yeah.
How is things? Or like how he fucking.
I hate that shit.
Exactly.
Hate that shit.
I've done it to you
like
your entire life.
Yeah, like everything's going. Everything's going.
That's the thing. It's because people care, and it's just like I don't want to. I understand that you care, but I don't want to burden you with this.
Life's like a fucking punching bag. It keeps on.
But everybody's the punching bag. That's the thing. Everyone's
keep on coming back.
Life is the boxer, and everybody is the punching bag, and it takes people longer to realize that. And
I feel the sooner you accept it, the better.
I might come back to this statement later on and like retract it, but right now I think happiness is not like a overall state of being. I think it's the moments in life. Like you got to find those pockets of happiness, and then that'll grow into something bigger, but like it's not an overall mindset. Like you can be like a happy person, right? Like I try to be, but like that real moment of bliss and joy and happiness it's not
it's meant to be enjoyed in that moment.
It's a momentary thing, right? It's not a whole thing. It's not a state of being.
Yeah, it's not like a permanent thing.
Yeah, and like you can keep it going, obviously, and you can like relent off of it, but I don't think it's like a total I think like that fucks people up by trying to achieve true happiness and being truly happy all the time. I'm like, because life doesn't work out that way, and it's a weird thing. And like as you were saying, like this whole thing is like you can be a child and life changes for you, and you have no fucking say.
None at all.
And you have to deal with it.
Yep.
As a child, or now as
a
miniature adult.
A lot of people are not as fortunate as I was. You know,
no.
I got handed a pretty good.
You got a good deck of cards, and like
some of them were a little shit, but you know, it is what it is.
Listen, that's just flavor, seasoning on your life.
But like I was saying before, man, best part of my life right now, I'm living it.
Yeah, and
I'm really
I
could solidly say that I'm really happy.
And that's a beautiful thing because like you found those moments, right? Like you have a healthy relationship.
Oh, it's great.
Lucky you. Must be nice. No, but like that healthy relationship, like your relationship with your mother is very strong. Your relationship with Nan is very strong. Like these things are what accumulate to that happiness, you know?
Yeah.
And like I think that's
you gotta learn to like
it's cool.
Cherish the things you got going on.
And it's hard to achieve that. Because of that. What he just said. You have to learn to cherish the things you got going on. I think people have a hard time learning that.
So I got just to get off topic for a second, like
we're getting off topic.
My birthday was like a couple weeks ago, and like I usually get a phone call from my grandma, and I've had a recording of her calling me every year from like 2015 to like 2020.
Adorable.
So like, cause not to be like morbid and shit,
well,
but like God forbid
life.
the day that like she's gone, like I want to hear her say happy birthday to me. Like
you can hear it 5 different ways.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
And like sit there and laugh about it.
That's crazy. I've been thinking of her that long of a time though. A little fucked up, but
a lot of shit was going on, man.
I know. I'm just
health-wise,
man.
She's great, but beat COVID, man.
That yeah. Okay. So enough of the serious shit. What do you listen to? Like what music? Or what keeps you going?
I'm
right?
all over the place.
Okay. What are you listening to recently? Who's like the top? Are you watching TV? You listen to podcasts? Like what?
I've been watching Moon Knight. That was pretty crazy.
Well, all right, so explain this to me. What is this Moon Knight thing? I've been hearing a lot about it. It's like, Marvel. I don't know shit about Marvel.
He's apparently like schizophrenic and has like multiple personalities.
Okay.
And like they like
Do
one
they
of the
fight each other?
personalities like is Moon Knight. Like he's like on a mission for like this Egyptian god.
That's
like,
actually
some
a great
crazy
concept.
shit, bro. Some crazy shit.
We have a mentally ill man with 13 personalities.
basically.
And one of them is a superhero.
Like that. Like
one of them's a villain.
yeah. One of them's like a British guy. Like the other one's like a guy that kills people.
So it's like that show Split, the movie Split.
Yeah, but not like 13. It's like I think 3 or 4. It's kind of crazy. But like music wise, you know me. I always listen to the classic hip hop and shit.
Yeah.
I listen to everything but country. Can't get into it.
What have I been listening to recently? This has been the song I've been jamming to.
Do you feel like that new Jack Harlow song was a little rushed? I feel like it was rushed a little bit because everybody heard the beat and was like, "Oh, this shit's popping." Like the song's good.
Song by the time he was
the song's good, but I feel like there's parts of it like he could have spit like a little bit more on.
He got lazy.
He's
super famous.
But Jack Harlow's the man.
I like him. I like his music.
He's got good music.
The first class is a little lazy. I'm not gonna lie. He's got what? He does like a 16 bar in that song, and that's about it. And then he does like the E, L, like whatever he spells the word in the thing. It's made a funny TikTok lane, like where everyone's like, "Damn," and they let the song play, and he just go, "Yeah," and like it's just very funny. And it's like it's something that he would probably put out and probably sound very very good. I just think he's very talented. I think he's got a lot more potential than that. And like, it's a teaser. It's one song. It's a single. Like everyone's got to relax though. It's a single.
Yeah, well, his album
drops
in like about
exactly. The album's coming out. It's not gonna be that one song. It's gonna be like 12
it's
songs.
Be a bunch of songs.
And I'm sure
he's gonna have other
be pretty
hits.
good. Yeah. I mean he's
popping.
His verse on Montero or Industry Baby was fucking fire, right?
Yeah.
And they performed that at the Grammys, national television. Like, yeah, so this kid's got both of them have bright futures ahead of them. It's just I don't know if he chose the right single, and that happens all the time. Like it's not his fault.
Album can still be fire.
Who even knows if he chose that single?
Yeah,
it's his the label. You know.
You never know.
Like,
but yo,
what are we at? What's the time say?
51 minutes.
Okay, cool, perfect.
But yeah, man. Really,
it's been a good episode. I've enjoyed it.
I've had
We've
a great
been all
time.
over the place, but that's every episode.
That's therapy. Therapy, you're all over the place.
You're
just
all
like,
over the
I was
place.
here. I was
That's
there.
what it is.
This
though,
happened.
like,
that happened.
But you feel good though. Like
happened.
these conversations like make you feel good. Like even when I'm having them with strangers.
Yeah.
Like with people I don't know. Like there's a connection that you make because of it. Like these shared experiences that almost everybody has, right? Like everybody deals with trauma in their life.
Yeah.
Everybody has got shit that they gotta fucking go through. Some a little bit more rough than others. Yes.
A lot of times.
A lot of the times, a little bit more like rough around the edges. But like the ability to come and sit and talk and have the shared experience and like the sharing experience of what we're doing right now, both like progressively healing together. Which
we're just
it's
getting
a bonding.
our,
it's
getting
nice.
our shit out there.
Yeah, and
it's goes back to before the brothership. We're able to talk because we've gone through so many experiences together, and
that I think that one it gives a little bit more comfortability between the two of us.
yeah.
But I think just even because like when I talk to people I don't know,
Like random people, like I feel sometimes comfortable, like not all the time. You get your vibe from people.
Yeah. But when you have these levels of conversations and talking like about these types of things, because like on the show I have these conversations with strangers.
Yeah. Well,
And it's interesting because people are like, yeah, I get it. I've done this. I've been through this. And like everyone's got a little bit of
everybody's
a story to
got
tell.
a crazy story to tell.
And it makes you who you are. And you can go the wrong way with it, but like that's why I wanted you to come on, because you went the opposite of everyone's like expectations.
Yeah.
Okay? Like you could have been you have the like full permission of the world to just be a piece of shit, and you're not. And like fucking awesome. Congratulations, because it's like it's easier to be a piece of shit. Like
people could take these experiences and be like, you know what, I'm gonna be a fucking asshole about it. But like I'm just like, what's the point? It's no need. Why am I gonna take what I'm feeling out on somebody else?
And make their
I've been learning that. Yeah, exactly. Like,
what are they going through?
Every day you have like a moment with somebody. You could get pissed off for some shit. Like I'm still fucking learning to this day. I'm not perfect.
No one is.
Nobody's perfect. But like, you know what? That's a great thing. Like, you know, you learn every day. That's like what I was saying before.
Yeah.
You learn how to be sometimes a better person, or you learn something that will make you better at your job, or just like a random fucking fact. It doesn't matter. Like, it's just.
I don't know a random fact. I was trying to think of one. This is like, did you know? Fun fact: like cats have 9 beans on their feet. Like, I don't know.
Beans.
Like I don't have anything to talk about.
Shout out to Beans. I hope she sees this.
But we're nearing an hour, and I think this was a great episode.
Great episode. Thank you for having me.
Long overdue because I suck. But
no.
But yeah, do you want to shout out your social medias?
No need. You want to find me? You know where to find me.
Yeah. But you want to follow me, because you should be following me.
You should follow Can't Afford a Therapist.
Yes, it's the Can't Afford a Therapist podcast on any platform you listen to. It's on YouTube. I am Austin Can't Afford on Twitch and Instagram, and
Apple
Austin
Podcasts.
J. Piazza on Twitter. The Twitter's not really used too much, but you should follow me there anyway.
Instagram's popping.
Yeah, the Instagram is where I do my
is
shit,
poppin'.
and I've dripped out constantly. I am making anti-capitalist and anti-imperialist stories and piss people off and make them DM me and tell me how I'm stupid, but it's very fun. I also post my Tinder and dating like Bumble message fails on my stories too, which I think needs to come back, because I thought that was funny, and then I just stopped. But yeah,
I just like the content you put out. You have your.
I try to be me.
Yeah, well, you are funny.
Yeah, and I just try to be like whatever I can do. A lot of it's reposting, but I do make my memes eventually, like occasionally. But yeah, other than that, thank you for listening. Thank you, Christopher. You were fucking a great fucking guest.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for listening. And
you guys
we'll
stay
see
safe,
you guys.
America.
I have a show coming up on
Keep my wife's name.
All right, real quick before we close off, like. That shit got out of hand real quick. Everyone had hot takes, and now they're getting divorced or something like that.
No way.
Right? Or they're getting divorced?
No way.
Or they're in public again with something.
I heard a joke that like he should have really said to him, but like.
Listen, as someone who's done stand-up before,
That was uncalled for.
It wasn't uncalled for.
What, for him slapping him?
Oh, the slap was uncalled for.
The slap was uncalled for.
Like, that doesn't matter.
He laughed at first.
Yeah, here we go. Yahoo. Will and Jada might be getting a divorce after the Oscar slap. It could be one of the ugliest in history.
I'm going crazy.
Yeah, it's just a tough situation for those two. And then everyone who was like, good for Will. Like, and now she's leaving him for doing it. Like, all right, dude. Like, Chris Rock's about to get a bag, though.
Yeah.
I had a full hour special talking about it.
When?
Right?
He's not going to have a stand-up about it.
Oh, he's doing stand-up now, but, like, everyone's like...
He's like,
he's
gonna
get a
check.
check. Yeah, no, 100%. He's gonna get a special for that.
It'll be
that
funny.
Joke alone will have a special dedicated around it.
First time having a mic in the hand, and I've kind of felt like I was a little okay with it.
It's you'll get used to it. Maybe.
Want to come back on?
Yeah, I don't know. In 6 months.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
No, mics are weird. You're lucky you don't have the headphones on.
That would be funny.
You listening to your own voice.
That would be
weird. Yeah, people hate it.
Imagine this. You didn't get any of the recording. Imagine it didn't work. That'd be some fucked up shit.
At work the other day, that happened. There was no sound on the video, and I had to fucking.
Damn my body.
Yeah, it sucked. But yeah, that's the end of the show. We're done. Thank you.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Beauty Dior, Cherokee, Pinky, Roxy Reynolds bouncing on the steps. Slinky, give her something to fill with cream. Twinkie, leave her blind and in the rise. Blinky, so it seems. Can't even believe I use that flow. I'm out of Queens, off the hooker strip, Boulevard of Dreams. Runaways are getting trained, stealing credit cards and schemes. She was laying on the floor with honey mustard on her sleeves. I said, get up, then she got up. Get up in this whip. We about to smoke this pot up. Plus, I got some white. You could be the first to taste the product. Just a little dirty, had the body of a model. Sent the message in the bottle. To my man, set the bed up. He built the wooden room quick. Went to the tool shed, got on his hammer, nail his screw shit. Now we live in lavish, eating salmon on a cruise ship. Laying in the hammock, getting hammered with it.
We want no drama. Come here, mama. That lady, mama. Yo, come here, baby. Please don't get so wild. Keep the chrome cow, there they hop on down. Don't get bodied, homie. Eso te mata.